Welcome to Faith Moves Mountains with your host, Laura O'Neill. In this podcast, we uncover the power of faith in Jesus Christ to move any obstacle in your life. As it says in Mark 11:23, join us as we explore how to speak to your mountains with that kind of faith and watch them move. Let's dive in.
Hi, welcome back to Faith Moves Mountain. My name is Laura O'Neill, and I'm the host for this show on today. I have an exciting guest with us today, and I want you to know she have a vault of information that will help a lot of people. And so I just want her to introduce her name, just give her name and the organization which you affiliated with.
Well, hello, Laura.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Nina Gugasian.
Mm-hmm.
I serve as the executive administrator of Shades of Pink Foundation.
Mm-hmm. Good. So now, Shades of Pink, how did you come about that color? Because, you know, when you're saying it, we were talking about different shades, because I'm quite sure it has some type of significant meaning.
It absolutely does. So Shades of Pink Foundation is a local nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
We were formed 20 years ago, and I look forward to sharing a little bit of more information about our history of the organization. But our mission is to reduce financial stress for those individuals diagnosed with breast cancer in the community who are undergoing active treatment. And the way we do that is we provide temporary financial assistance and pay for everyday living expenses so that they can focus on their treatment and recovery.
So when you say temporary finance assistant, what exactly do you mean by that?
Well, while many patients diagnosed with breast cancer face financial burden in addition to medical costs and expenses related to their diagnosis. There is a financial impact to a cancer diagnosis along with the physical and emotional toll. And common issues that breast cancer patients face are mortgage and rent, covering those bills, utility payments, car payments, transportation costs, insurance premiums, childcare, and other expenses of daily living. As you know, as a survivor of breast cancer yourself, there's a huge toll on an individual who is diagnosed with cancer.
It is.
And our organization was founded on the principle that no person should have to forego life-saving treatment due to financial need. And so we try to bridge the gap while somebody is undergoing active treatment to help relieve that financial stress. And so we pay creditors directly. And for those daily living expenses for a brief period of time so that a patient can
That's
focus.
what I was going to ask you. How long would that go?
Every case is different.
Okay.
Our process is anonymous. It's equity focused.
Okay.
Applications come to us through a referral partner. And when I say referral partner, I mean a social worker, a community health worker, an oncologist, a nurse, anybody on that patient's healthcare team can submit the application on behalf of a patient because they are the ones who help us identify individuals who are struggling to meet their daily living expenses. So they submit the application to our organization. All of the identifying information is removed, and funding decisions are based solely on need.
That is unique. You know, before, and I'm so glad that I was introduced to you with this program because I never heard of it. And just like I never heard of it, there are so many other people who we need haven't heard of it either. And then if they did, they probably didn't get a lot of information on the purpose of it and how to go about, getting the assistance. Because I do agree when you said that during this time, even though I was blessed, I was working at GM, and when I'm off medical, they paid, for me, and it wasn't such a struggle for me. But there are others who didn't have an income, or didn't have what they say, a very good income or benefits like this, and it become a struggle. Now, on last year, I did interview another lady who was a 3-time breast cancer survivor. And she did share the financial problems that she encountered while she was going through treatments. And she said, and she made the statement so plain that she said, and of course, the bills collectors don't know you have cancer, don't know you're going through a struggle, so the bills keep coming.
Sure do.
And with a little bit of assistance, which she said wasn't very much, it became a burden.
Absolutely.
And so this is what you're getting, right?
Yes, absolutely. The purpose of our organization is to help ease that financial burden for folks.
Yeah.
And we appreciate your willingness to share information about our organization. Our goal as an organization is to serve as many patients that need our help as possible.
Yeah.
And so, especially during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we appreciate partnerships like the one that we have with you, Laura, and other local companies, schools, municipalities, teams who not only raise funds on our behalf that directly support our mission, but also increase visibility for the organization so that more individuals across Southeast Michigan know about our services and can benefit from our services.
So Southeast Michigan is the circle in which the organization is right now is operating out of.
That's correct.
And now, when we speak of the number of people, I imagine you're getting quite a bit of people that you can and you will be able to assist in something like this. How is that going? Do they? I mean, it's got to be overwhelming. But how many? You said this is your 20th anniversary. Well, now since that 20th anniversary, how do you see the organization when it's come to the finance? I will not say the finances, but
the impact.
The impact. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate you asking about that because we are so proud to have been around the community, investing in the local community for the past 20 years. And thanks to the generosity of our sponsors and our donors and community partners and hundreds of volunteers who help run our organization, we have distributed $3.5 million in assistance to over 1,600 individuals and families in need. And when we began 20 years ago, we only covered residents who lived in the Tri-County area, Oakland, Wayne, and Macomb counties. Because of the need for services and the growth of the organization, we have been able to expand that eligibility to cover 9 counties in Southeast Michigan. And we used to just cover the residents who live in 9 counties. But I'm proud to share that this past year in January, we expanded our eligibility in order to remove access to our services. And we know that healthcare has evolved greatly in the last several years. And people have to travel far distances to receive the care that they need. So now, in addition to serving breast cancer patients who reside in those 9 counties across Southeast Michigan, we also serve patients who are undergoing active treatment in one of the counties. So if somebody lives on the west side of the state, but is traveling downtown for treatment or receiving treatment in Ann Arbor, which is part of our service area, they are also eligible to apply for our services. So we are really proud of that fact that we have been able to expand our eligibility.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And when I was told, in fact, you did explain some of it to me when we first met, and it was by phone, and I really was just amazed because, as you know of, are there any other organization that's doing what you do? Because you are awesome. I mean, to hear this, and it's just seemed like the name Shades of Pink is it's a soft name, soothing, compassion. It just seemed like, when you say shades of pink, because it can represent in all different kind of ways as we look at it, especially when you were sick. Now, this coming October, I will be a 27-year breast cancer survivor.
Congratulations on that.
And I tell you, I don't even know whether or not they had a program like this, because even when I was going through treatments or what have you, I still had that passion where I was willing to reach back and help somebody, because people would call me. They said, "Laura, I called to encourage you, but instead you encouraging me, and I don't have cancer." But it's something, I guess, a gift that I have. I like to work with people, because when I was going after the treatments, when I was going in and out of the hospital with the patients, and I saw the fear. Once, and I was meeting with them right after they was diagnosed, and I saw the fear on their face, and and the lady didn't see that. The head nurse didn't see it in me. She said, "You should be on this side of the desk, and I should be over there. And when your treatment's over, Laura, I want you to come back and see me. I would like for you to try and help somebody." And this is what I do. I try to reach out with compassion and help those that's going through cancer now or been through, even reaching the men, because the men is, in a way, when their wife is going through, a lot of them, they would come to me when I was at work. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to go in a room and say something to her, even if she had a mastectomy or the lumpectomy. They were just lost for words. And I just simply tell them, well, when you go in there, just follow her cue sometime. You would see the signal whether or not she just want to sleep or rest.
Sure.
And you can tell that time when she want to talk. I said, but whatever you do, be a good listener. Always be a good listener when she wants it or he wants it. So now that I'm learning that men,
also are diagnosed with
so I try to tell the woman the same thing if she never had it, have that compassion, because it's new for a man.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your dedication to giving back and the support that you provide to the cancer community. I want to make sure that your listeners know that our organization serves both men and women diagnosed with breast cancer. Yeah. We are an inclusive organization, and the way that anybody who is interested in benefiting from the services or wants to get involved with our organization should visit our website and visit the QR code at the bottom of the screen. But our website is shadesofpinkfoundation.org, and it offers a lot of information about not only the services that we provide, the way we help, the impact that we have with our community partners across the community, and the different ways that you can get involved through events, our upcoming events, or through volunteer service. We welcome the participation of hundreds
now, what
of
would be, excuse me for cutting you off, what would be some of the, just to maybe name a couple of some of the upcoming events that Shades of Pink is getting involved in?
So breast cancer, while we support breast cancer patients year round, October is a special month for us because of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so we partner with a lot of organizations with third-party events, but we host our own events. And beginning on October 7, we host our Comedy for a Cause event. It's a fundraising event where all donations that are collected go directly to families in need to help breast cancer patients who are struggling. And so on October 7th, we are hosting that event at the Community House in Birmingham. We have a fabulous comedian named Tara Brown, who's backed by popular demand. Do you know? She's out of Nashville.
Yeah, that's what I think of her.
Fabulous.
I know who you're talking about.
And so Tara will be joining us. It's a wonderful evening, an evening of laughter, but also an important way to give back to the local community. In addition to that event, we are hosting a fashion show on November 8th at the Heather's Club in of Bloomfield, and we will be showcasing models not only from members of our board of trustees, but also breast cancer survivors and a few of our former recipients who came to us after receiving their financial decision, who wanted to give back to the organization and serve as ambassadors for us. And we welcome their time and talents. And so those events are really wonderful. And then our signature fundraising event, which is, we will be celebrating the 20th year of that event, is held every April at the Detroit Zoo in Royal Oak. Our Walk at the Zoo, it's called a Walk at the Zoo. Next year will be on April 25th in 2026. And that event draws hundreds of volunteers, donors, sponsors, community partners. This past April, we had over 2,500 registered walkers.
Really?
Yes. And it is really a very emotional, uplifting, community-wide event. It's a celebration of survivors and advocates and allies who are dedicated to sharing our passion for supporting the local community.
That is awesome. So if anyone wants to volunteer, their service, how do they get in touch with you?
Absolutely. That's a great question. And we welcome participation involvement in a variety of different ways. If somebody is interested in supporting one of our events, helping us run one of our events, we welcome that involvement. If somebody has unique skills or expertise that they would like to share, for example, grant writing or fundraising or financial background, if they're interested in joining one of our committees or becoming a member of the board of trustees, we have a volunteer interest form on our website, shadesofpinkfoundation.org. An individual can fill out that form. We ask questions like how frequently you would like to serve as a volunteer, in what capacity, what led you to want to get involved with our organization. And I would like to mention that our organization is a smaller but very mighty organization, and we are run by a diverse and passionate group of men and women in the community that serve their time voluntarily on our board of directors. And we have an executive director that helps keep running the ship, and his name is Kevin Browett, and his leadership really provides the strategic focus for keeping us going and serving those who need our help.
And I with an organization like this, and I can hear it in your voice how smooth it's running with, and that comes from dedication. A person or group of people who's into an organization like this to help serve the communities has to really be dedicated in order for it to work. Because, see, without the dedication, there is no achievement, because, and there's hours, of course, that, you put in. I'm quite sure it's a lot of work involved, but yet it's a concern and it's a need on both ends, that it's a concern for the people and it's a need for the people. And so in order for you to do that, it has to be some type of credibility there. The as I was saying, dedication. You got to be dedicated, because when there's a need and when there's time involved, you get weary and you get tired. But the dedication is what keep you on your feet.
Absolutely.
You know,
I would love to share the history of how this
I would
organization
love
got
for you
founded.
to do
It's
that.
very interesting.
Yes, I would love for you to do that.
So 20 years ago, our organization was founded by two women, Dr. Pamela Benitez, who is a local breast cancer surgeon,
Okay.
and a woman named Suzanne Kruger. And Dr. B, we call Dr. Benitez affectionately, we call her Dr. B. She had a patient who came to her. This was a single mother,
Yes.
who was undergoing treatment, who faced financial hardship and was in danger of losing her home. And she went to her doctor and her friend and said, do you know of any organizations that help women like me with the financial aspect of the diagnosis? And Dr. Benitez and Suzanne did their research and could not find any organizations that specifically addressed this financial toxicity of a cancer diagnosis. So they rolled up their sleeves, got to work, organized an all-volunteer board with like-minded women who shared their passion for giving back, and they formed a local 501c3 that has grown into the organization that it is today. So it's really, they saw a problem, a challenge in the community, and they found a creative solution to provide assistance to those who needed it.
Isn't that awesome? I mean, two dedicated women, both are doctors.
Suzanne is not a doctor, but Dr. B is a doctor. And we are recognizing them. We are celebrating their visionary leadership at our comedy event this fall on October 7th. So we really look forward to...
So this is the 20-year.
This is the
celebration.
Yes, this is a 20th year celebration. We started the celebration back in April at our walk at the zoo. We'll continue the celebration at our comedy event on October 7th, and then we'll culminate our year-long celebration at our fashion show on November 8th.
You know, that is Nina, that is so awesome. Let me ask another question. When you meet people, the people that, you know, I know they have to fill out a form and everything in order to get the assistance, am I?
Yes, you are absolutely correct.
Okay, so when these peoples are helped by this, do you ever come in contact afterwards with some of the people that have already benefited from this program?
This is an excellent...
And what are their reactions?
Yes. Well, Laura, I appreciate you raising this point, because it's important to know through our anonymous process, we don't have direct contact with the patients that we serve. So unless a funding recipient comes to us after the fact, after we've paid some of their bills, which gives us great pleasure to be able to provide that assistance. They sometimes share notes with us or emails to let us know the impact that this assistance has made on their lives. Often the situations are dire. Sometimes families are facing eviction from their homes or utility shutoffs. And our process is a quick and direct process. And the turnaround is very quick. And we pride ourselves on that efficiency with our application process. So if a family is facing eviction, we're proud to say that we strive to prevent that from happening. And more than 50% of the people that we serve are single head of household, which means they are single women and they have children in the household. So I believe last year we distributed almost $400,000 to families in need, and the households that we served, there were 127, I believe, children that were impacted in the households that we provided assistance to. But when we do receive those heartwarming notes, it brings us such joy to know that we could just bridge the gap for these individuals
Right.
who are facing this financial hardship.
Right.
It's really interesting to note that breast cancer carries the highest out-of-pocket costs of all the cancer diagnoses, and that according to research, even individuals who have insurance, approximately 50% of those individuals will face financial hardship directly due to their breast cancer diagnosis.
And this is actually the occurrence of this is year round, because cancer doesn't really have a day, a month.
Sure
Cancer
doesn't.
come, every time I turn around, even on my prayer line, I have people just got diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer. Not only breast cancer, so many other type cancer out there, and it's all of it look like it's spreading, But breast cancer seemed to be the number one highest on the list, and so we go through this, and a lot of people go, and with your organization doing this, and I think it's awesome. I think it's wonderful. It give a person hope.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hope that, I have children. They won't be hungry.
They'll have a roof over their head. Mm-hmm.
Heat in this wintertime. I mean, it's just all type of thoughts.
Yes. And it's not easy to ask for help.
No.
But we are here to make sure that breast cancer patients are not alone on their journey. And we thank you for your willingness to
Anytime.
spread the word
Anytime.
and increase visibility about our organization.
Really.
We simply cannot do what we do without community support.
Listen, anytime that I can help, because that is part of me. I'm so glad that even this would help your information for the organization get out, because I'm quite sure people will see this. And I know they're going to be calling me to want to know, where is that organization
Yes.
that I need to, and this way I can direct them to your organization so they could get further information.
Absolutely.
From, right up front.
Absolutely.
And this is wonderful. And I'm so glad I met you you talked to me about it, and I just couldn't imagine all of it. I kept saying, that is so awesome. And I'm so glad it's happened today. So we got a couple of minutes left. So I want you to take these minutes and just tell us what you want us to know about getting in touch with you again, so the viewers could
Absolutely.
hear this. So if you want to just
Sure.
take that few
Thank
minutes.
you.
Mm-hmm.
So most of us know, all of us know somebody that's been affected by a
Yes.
breast cancer diagnosis, either directly or indirectly.
Mm-hmm.
So our goal as an organization is to serve as many people who need our assistance as possible.
Mm-hmm.
On our website, shadesofpinkfoundation.org, there is a tab at the top called Assistance. If somebody clicks on that tab, it outlines our application process.
Yeah.
It talks about the household bills that we do cover. We cover daily living expenses. It talks about the process of submitting the application. There's a printable version of that application. Somebody can fill that out who's been diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer, and is undergoing active treatment. Reach out to their oncology office or the facility where they're receiving their treatment, and ask for assistance submitting that application. And so anybody on that person's healthcare team can submit the application on their behalf, and we take care of the application from that point forward. And then we just simply pay once a funding decision is made and the application is verified for completeness and eligibility.
Yeah.
And for eligibility, these are our criteria. Somebody must be diagnosed with breast cancer, undergoing active treatment, either residing in or receiving treatment in one of the 9 counties across Southeast Michigan.
Repeat that again, real quick. They got to be active.
Actively undergoing treatment for breast cancer.
Yeah.
Either residing in one of the 9 counties across Southeast Michigan or receiving active treatment in one of the 9 counties in Southeast Michigan. And the counties are, I'm going to read them so I don't miss one.
Go ahead.
Genesee, Lapeer, Livingston, Macomb, Monroe, Oakland, St. Clair, Washtenaw, and Wayne. And so, I just want to let everyone know that the support that we receive makes a meaningful difference to the patients that we serve. And so we are so grateful for the outpouring of community support and your willingness to provide that support.
We are so grateful and thank you. So we just want to close this out. I thank you again for viewing us with us today, and I enjoyed you so much, and we got a lot of information. So we want to thank you again, and as we go off the air for now, we want to thank you for a wealth of information, okay?
It's my pleasure to be here, and I thank you for the opportunity to spread the word and increase visibility for our organization.
Good.
We appreciate you, Laura.
And so now we just want to say, thanks for viewing us on today with Nina, who's from, the Shade of Pink organization. So you have a lot of information, so I want you to use it, okay? We want to thank you again, and we're just going to say goodbye until next time.